This video is a call to my fellow Seventh-day Adventists to wake up and be a Good Samaritan. Now, we all know the story of the Good Samaritan, and I'm going to read it here in just a second. But how does it apply to the situation of voting for president? Well, it's because abortion is even worse than robbing someone and leaving them half dead on the side of the road. And I'm very sorry to see and sad to say that many of my fellow Seventh-day Adventists, even many preachers and leaders that I thought were very strong in the faith, said, no, I didn't vote. I stay away from politics. Ellen White tells us, no, we're not supposed to vote. That we partake of their sins if we vote. That's not what she said. That's incorrect. She said that if you don't vote, you please Satan. And she also said to vote for temperance men. Temperance meaning prohibition in her time. Now, if she could say that for prohibition, she would. How much more would she say for abortion? Abortion is a much, much worse problem than prohibition ever was. Drinking alcohol. So I want to read this about the Good Samaritan. Jesus replied, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell into the hands of robbers, who stripped him, beat him up, and went off, leaving him half dead. Now by chance, a priest was going down that road, but when he saw the injured man, he passed by on the other side. So too a Levite, when he came up to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan who was traveling came to where the injured man was, and when he saw him, he felt compassion for him. He went up to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring olive oil and wine on them. Then he put him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 silver coins and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, take care of him, and whatever else you spend, I will repay you when I come back this way. Which of these 3 do you think became a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers? The expert in religious law said, the one who showed mercy to him. So Jesus said to him, go and do the same. So you might be saying, well, how in the world does that apply to us today? Maybe because so many of us are so worried about a Sunday law that we've got to run up to Jerusalem and give our great sermon about the Sunday law to warn the people of the danger they're in and forget all the babies being torn apart and sacrificed to Molech on the side of the road. That's kind of icky. You know, we don't want to get involved in that. We're not involved in politics. We want to give the strong message of the third angel's message. We're going to talk about the Sunday law. We're going to save the people. We're going to give the truth. And forget it. Well, little babies, who cares? It's not that important. It's something somebody else can do. You know, our church officially supports it anyway, so it must not be that bad, right? Right. What would Jesus do?